Hi folks, it's Linda Scannell. I want to talk today about getting flattering lighting, hello Caroline, for your scope. Because one of the reasons that I think lots of people don't like video themselves is because they don't look good on screen. And the light that you've got makes a huge difference to how you appear. Hello folks. Hello. Hi Melanie. Yes, hello to everybody. Oh, thank you for all the lovely hearts. So at the moment, I'm hand holding the camera today because I want to move it around into different angles so I can show you the difference that light direction and quality of the light makes. So at the moment, I'm standing facing a window. So the light's coming straight onto me. So there's no light from above, it's just coming straight on. Now, if I whiz through 90 degrees, hi Caroline, now you'll see that instead of having my face evenly lit, the light's coming from this side now. So this is quite bright, but here I'm more in shadow. Move back a bit, you can see my eye sockets in shadow and so on. So that's not very flattering, all shadows here. My face is looking more three-dimensional, and I've reached the age where I don't want that to happen. I want to look nice and soft and even. Hello from Fairs. So yeah, so light coming from the side is not necessarily a good thing because it casts shadows and we want to be able to see people's eyes properly. Now if I whiz through 90 degrees again, so I've got the window behind me, you see I'm probably the darkest thing on the window. I'm the darkest thing on the screen. You want your face to be the brightest thing really, and the light from above, it's casting dark shadows in my eye socket, so it's not flattering at all. So you don't want to have the window behind you. So I whiz back because I'm fed up of looking at myself like that. Here we are back with the light shining straight on me. So, oh, thank you. Glad you found them useful. So it makes a real difference to how you look as to where the light is. So do consider that when you're setting up your scope. And it's not just for scopes. It's for portrait photos and videos, whether if you're Skyping somebody, having a webinar, think about that. Oh, thank you. How are you getting on with your videos, Melanie? Yeah, so make sure flat lighting is flattering to people because the reason that the shadowy lighting doesn't work is because things like bags under your eyes and wrinkles and so on, it's not those that are dark, it's actually the shadows they cast. So any light that casts a strong shadow is not good for you. So when you're scoping, if you can sit facing a window, that's great. If it can be a north facing window, I'm glad it's less scary. It's just practice really, videoing yourself and scoping. Yeah, so if you can face a north facing window, that's even better. Why north facing? Well, artists years ago always used to want a north facing studio because the light that's coming through the window, you had bags in your first scope. It's so easy to have bags when it makes them worse than they appear in real life. Yeah, the light from a north-facing window is just reflected off things, so it casts really soft shadows. So that's flattering. So if you've got a north-facing window in your house or your office, that is a good place to start. I'm actually looking out of a south-facing window at the moment, and the sun has come out from behind the clouds. But because I'm stood back in the room slightly, the light isn't too bright, so I'm not having to squint into the camera, because that's another thing you want to avoid. Bright lights where you squint your eyes are not good because us as human beings, we find big eyes appealing. So even the angle that you hold your camera at can affect the size of your eyes. Now if I'm holding it down, it makes them look smaller. If I'm holding them up, my eyes, I think they look bigger. But yeah, so do think about that as well. So practice with your camera angle as well. So I hope you found that useful. So before you go, oh thank you. So before you go on screen, on scope, fire up your video camera and turn it on to front video so you can have a practice run and see what the light looks like on your face. And if it doesn't look good, then think about where the shadows are coming from and experiment with different locations to get it right.